Hello students, you are welcome in Adarsh online classes. This video is about your first chapter, 3 questions from your English book, Honeycomb. So, this chapter has a king who had 3 questions in his mind. He was very confused in finding the answers of his questions. So, in this chapter, we will see how Hamlet gave his answers practically. Now, beside it, this unit also contains another topic such as a poem, Squirrels. So, we will read our poem after this. So, without wasting time, let's go towards our chapter. As we know, this chapter is about a king. So, the king has 3 questions which he is pondering to get answer for. The king thought to be successful always. He must know the answer of 3 questions. They were: first, what is the right time to start something? Second question, what kind of people should be listened by him? Third question, what is the most important thing for him to do? The king sent his people all over the nation. He was ready to give a large sum of money to anyone who answers this correctly. All wise men from around the nation come to answer the king's question. All gave the different answers. Some replied the king should make a timetable so that he will do remarkable things at a curical time. A few replied he should check the urgency of the situation and then act accordingly. But the king was not satisfied with the answers. He was searching for his answers desperately. Then he came to know about a Hamlet. That Hamlet used to live in a hut very far from his kingdom. He never left his hut. He always preferred simple clothes. The king decided to meet him and get his answers because the king was very desperate for his answers. When the king approaches the Hamlet, he was digging a dug. Since he looked tired, the king offered to help him by digging. The king now started to digging. Then the king stated the reason for his visit. He described his questions and was seeking an answer. He put his questions in front of Hamlet in the hope that he would answer. But the Hamlet stayed quiet. The king continued digging. He was confused that why Hamlet is not answering. Then the sun had now set. As soon as the king finished digging, he saw a man running towards him. He had a wound on his stomach, which was bleeding badly. The king immediately wrapped his handkerchief on his wound, but it was still bleeding. The king then brought the wounded stranger inside the hut and kept on changing his dressing until the blood stopped. The stranger was unconscious. The next morning, when the stranger got conscious, he told the king his reality, that he was one of his enemies, and he came to know that the king was alone at the Hamlet place and he planned to kill him. But the king's security had identified the man and wounded him. Had the king not dressed his wound, he would have probably died. He thanked the king and left. The king was surprised to experience the end of the hostility so easily. Now, once again, asked the Hamlet, he asked to the Hamlet about his questions. Hamlet replied, "You have already them yourself. Yesterday, when when you saw me tired, you started digging. The most critical time was the time of digging. The most important person was the Hamlet. The most important business was digging. If you had not done so, you would have gone to your way to the kingdom and would have been killed by the stranger who planned to kill the king. When you saw the stranger, you cursed his wound. The most critical time the most critical time was that time. The stranger was the important man at that time. His welfare was an important business. The only time which you can take action is now. Therefore, it is essential time. The most important person is the person you are with. The most important business is the welfare of that person. The Hamlet reply deeply moved the king. So that's how king got his all questions answers practically by a Hamlet. Now king had his questions and he went to his kingdom back happily because now he had his answers for which he was desperate badly. So this is our chapter, that how the king find out his questions answers with the help of a Hamlet. And the most attracting part of the chapter is he found all his questions answers practically. Hopefully you understood it properly, but still if you have any kind of question, you can ask me in comment box. So now let's go towards the next part of the first unit, our poem, The Squirrel. You can see that this poem is about an animal, which is a squirrel. So let's read the poem first and then I'll describe. He wore a question mark for tail, an overcoat of grey. He sat up straight to eat a nut. He liked to tease and play, and if we run around his tree, he went to the other way. So, this is our poem. It's very easy. Now, let me describe you. In this poem, The Squirrel, the poet Millet Browse Armstrong describes a squirrel that he observed in his garden. You can also observe a squirrel in your garden. It's very easy to find out a squirrel. You should also observe your surrounding your nature, the nature which is surrounding you, that how God make our nature. You can also write such poems by observing the things which are around you. So let's go back to our poem. So the poet describes how the squirrel covered in grey fur sits in an upright position on the tree branches eating the nut. His tail looks like a question mark because of its bent shape. The happy and livingly squirrel loves to play with the poet and her friends. Whenever they run around his tree, he would run to other side of the tree, as it is the nature of a squirrel. The poet tells us about the nature of the squirrel, that it is innocently naughty and like to tease anyone who come near him. So this is our poem, that how our poet describe a squirrel. Hopefully you understood it also. But still, if you have any kind of question regarding this poem, you can ask me in comment box. Surely I'll answer. So this is enough for this video. In the next video, we will go towards our second chapter. Hope to meet you there. Hello students. I'm so glad to meet you back in our other online classes. This video is about your first English chapter, 3 questions from your first book, Honeycomb. I explained the summary of the chapter in my previous video, so check the video if you haven't or need a revision. Now, in this video, we are going to read chapter line by line, and I'll explain it also. So, without wasting time, let's go towards our chapter. The thought come to a certain king that he would never fail if he knew 3 things. These 3 things were: what is the right time to begin something? Which people should he listen to? What is the most important thing for him to do? Now, here we know the story is about the king. Now, here the king had 3 questions in his mind, and he thought nobody could defeat him if he know the answer of 3 questions. यहाँ पे स्टोरी का जो लीड रोल है वो एक किंग का है, जिससे ये लगता है कि वो अपनी लाइफ में कभी फेल नहीं होगा, कोई से डिफीट नहीं कर पाएगा अगर उसे 3 क्वेश्चन का आंसर पता होगा. अब 3 क्वेश्चन क्या थे? फर्स्ट, व्हाट इज़ द राइट टाइम टू बिगिन समथिंग? किसी चीज़ को शुरू करने का सही वक्त क्या है? सेकेंड, विच पीपल शुड ही लिसन टू? कि कौन कौन किन लोगों की बात उसे सुननी चाहिए एक प्रॉपर पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे? व्हाट इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग फॉर हिम टू डू? उसके लिए सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ क्या है करने के लिए? सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट काम क्या है जो उसे करना चाहिए? तो 3 क्वेश्चन थे. पहला, किसी काम को शुरू करने का सही टाइम. दूसरा, किसकी बात उसे सुननी चाहिए. और तीसरा, कि सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग क्या है जो कि उसे करनी चाहिए. The king therefore sent a messenger throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum of money to anyone who would answer these 3 questions. Many wise men come to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. King was badly curious to find out the answers. जो किंग था वो बहुत ज़्यादा क्यूरियस हो गया था आंसर फाइंड आउट करने के लिए. तो वो क्या करता है, वो अपने जो किंगडम है उसमें एक अनाउंसमेंट करवाता है कि मेरे इन 3 क्वेश्चन का आंसर जो भी देगा मैं उसे एक बहुत बड़ी जो है रकम दूंगा, लार्ज सम ऑफ मनी। ओके। अब उसके किंगडम में से काफ़ी सारे जो वाइज मैन जो होते हैं वो आते हैं, अपना अपना डिफरेंट आंसर्स वो सारे करते हैं, अपना अपना ओपिनियन रखते हैं सभी लोग। इन रिप्लाई टू द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, some said the king must prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. Only in this way, they said, could he do everything at its proper time. Others said that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. The king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pleasure, and always do whatever seems necessary at that time. Yet others said that kings need a council of wise men who would help him at the proper time. This was because one man would find it impossible to decide correctly without help of others the right time for action. Now, as he announced in his kingdom to answer my questions, so many people put their opinion. Among them, some suggest that he should make a timetable and follow it strictly. Some advised him to make a council so that there were many people who could help him in taking decisions. Now, अब देखो यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि सभी लोग जो है अलग अलग जगह से आते हैं, तो उसका जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन होता है कि किसी काम को करने का सही वक्त क्या होता है, तो उसमें सब लोग अपना अपना ओपिनियन रखते हैं, अपने अपने आंसर रखते हैं, अपने डिफरेंट व्यूज़ है वो वहाँ पे पुट करते हैं। अब कुछ लोग उसमें क्या बोलते हैं कि किंग को एक टाइम टेबल प्रिपेयर करके रखना चाहिए आपको, और उसे स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलो करना चाहिए, कि मतलब पहले ही फिक्स कर लो कि अभी ये करना है, इसके बाद में ये करना है। अब कई यहाँ पे क्या बोलते हैं कि ऐसे कुछ हम हर चीज़ एडवांस में नहीं फिक्स करके रख सकते, है ना, हर चीज़ का एक सही वक्त आता है करने का। तो वो किंग को क्या है, हर चीज़ को नोटिस करना चाहिए, फुलिश प्लेजर जितने भी हैं उनको अवॉइड करना चाहिए, है ना, कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें करनी चाहिए। अब देखो अदर्स सैड, सब ने अपनी अलग 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 जो है बातें वहाँ पे कही है। अभी देखो उसमें से कई लोग ये तक सजेस्ट करते हैं कि किंग को एक काउंसिल बनानी चाहिए वाइस मैन की, जो कि क्या करे, उसे हेल्प करे एक करेक्ट टाइम बताने के लिए कि भाई अब टाइम आ गया, आपको ये चीज़ शुरू कर देनी चाहिए। अब वो क्यों बताते हैं, बिकॉज वन मैन वुड फाइंड इट इम्पॉसिबल टू डिसाइड करेक्टली इफ़ ही make a council, then he had many options. अब उसे वो बोलते हैं कि कोई एक पर्सन जो है वो एक हर चीज़ सही नहीं बता सकता, तो उसके पास में एक काउंसिल होनी चाहिए जो कि उसे सजेस्ट करे कि उसे क्या करना चाहिए। नाउ बट देन अदर सेड there were some things which could be urgent. These things could not wait for a decision of the council. In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future, and only magicians could do that. The king, therefore, would have to go to magicians. Now, as I told you, many people were putting their opinion. So, some said that he should hire a magician so that he could look into the future and decide what is the correct time to start something. अब देखो सब लोग वहाँ अपना ओपिनियन रखते थे, तो कई लोगों ने क्या कहा वहाँ पे कि कुछ बातें जो होती है वो अर्जेंट होती है, वो किसी का वेट नहीं करती, काउंसिल का थोड़ी वेट करेगी। कुछ अर्जेंट चीज़ें हैं तो वो कुछ अर्जेंट है तो ऐसे थोड़ी होगा कि पहले मीटिंग बिठाओ, फिर उसमें डिस्कस करो, उसके बाद में हम लोग कोई डिसीज़न ले। तो वो क्या बोलता है कि इसलिए हमें कुछ डिसीज़न लेने के लिए फ्यूचर में देखना पड़ता है, तो हमें तो किंग को क्या एक एक मजिशियन जो है वो हायर कर लेना चाहिए, जिसकी हेल्प से वो फ्यूचर में देख सके और जो उसे पता चल सके कि कौन सा टाइम सही है किसी काम को शुरू करने के लिए. In their answers to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to the king were his counselors. Others said the priest. A few other chose the doctors, and yet others said that his soldiers were the most necessary. Now, after giving their opinion on the first question, they started to putting the opinion for second question. As its answer, they suggest that king should listen his counselors, priests, doctors, his soldiers. अब देखो, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन के बाद में बारी आती है सेकंड क्वेश्चन की. सेकंड क्वेश्चन था कि उसे किसकी सुननी चाहिए. तो यहाँ पे सब लोग क्या सजेस्ट करते हैं. कुछ कहते हैं कि उसे काउंसलर्स की सुननी चाहिए, कुछ कहते हैं कि उसे प्रिस्ट की सुननी चाहिए, कुछ कहते हैं कि उसे डॉक्टर्स की, और कुछ कहते हैं कि सोल्जर्स की सुननी चाहिए. सभी अपना अपना ओपिनियन रखते हैं. टू द थर्ड क्वेश्चन, सम सेड साइंस, अदर चूज फाइटिंग, एंड येट अदर रिलीजियस वर्शिप. और थर्ड क्वेश्चन के आंसर में जो है, कुछ लोग साइंस को चूज़ करते हैं, कुछ जो है अपने आंसर में फाइटिंग को रखते हैं, और कुछ रिलीजियस वर्शिप को. तो सभी लोग क्या अपना अपना व्यू पुट कर रहे हैं अपने अलग 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 तरीके से. एवरीवन वर पुटिंग द व्यू इन देयर ओन डिफरेंट टाइप्स. As the answer to his questions was so different, the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain Hamlet who was widely known for his wisdom. अब क्या होता है कि सभी लोग वहाँ अपने आइडियाज़ रखते हैं. Everybody put the ideas, but king was not satisfied with anyone, so he gave no money. अब सभी लोग अपने अपने आइडियाज़ रखते हैं, लेकिन किंग को एक का भी आइडिया से सेटिस्फेक्शन नहीं मिलता है, किसी का भी प्रॉपर आंसर नहीं मिलता, तो वो कोई रिवॉर्ड नहीं देता किसी को भी. लेकिन वो जो है डेस्परेट होता है काफ़ी ज़्यादा आंसर ढूंढने में, तो वो क्या करता है, उससे एक बार सुना था उसने कि उसके जो किंगडम है उसके अंदर एक हैमरेट रहता है ना, जो कि अपनी वॉज वाइडली नॉन फॉर हिज विजडम, जो अपनी विजडम के लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा फेमस है. अब देखो हैमरेट क्या होता है. इट इज़ डिस्क्राइब्ड हियर द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड ऑफ योर बुक. हैमरेट, अ पर्सन हु लिव्स अलोन एंड लीड्स अ सिंपल लाइफ. हैमरेट जो कि अकेले रहते हैं और अपनी लाइफ को सिंपली जो है जीते हैं. सो हियर किंग डिसाइडेड टू गो टू हैमरेट in seeking his question's answer. Now, in our next video, we will see that what Hamlet will advise the king and how he find his answers. So, let's meet in our next video of the same chapter. Hello students, I'm so glad to meet you back in our others online classes. This video is second part of your first chapter. 3 questions from your English book Honeycomb. We are reading here our chapter 3 questions. Please check my previous video if you haven't or need a revision. In the previous part of the chapter, we read that there was a king who was finding his question's answer. He had 3 questions in his mind and he was seeking its answers. So, he was not satisfied with answers who gave wise man of his kingdom. So, he decided to go to a Hamlet who lives in a nearby forest. Now we are going to start second part of our chapter. So without wasting time, let's go towards our chapter. The Hamlet lived in a wood which he never left. अब देखो, अब तक हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा था कि जो किंग है, एक किंग होता है और वो अपने 3 क्वेश्चंस के आंसर ढूंढ रहा होता है और उसके किंगडम के जितने भी वाइस मैन हैं वो उसका आंसर नहीं दे पाते। तो वो क्या करता है, वो डिसाइड करता है कि वो हैमलेट के पास जाएगा अपना आंसर ढूंढने के लिए। सो द हैमलेट लेफ्ट इन अ वुड विच ही नेवर लेफ्ट. He saw no one but simple people. So the king put on ordinary clothes. Before he reached the Hamlet's hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone. So here the king on his way to Hamlet. Hamlet lived in a forest. अब देखो, जो किंग है वो जा रहा होता है हेमलेट के पास में और जो हेमलेट है वो एक फॉरेस्ट में रहता है। अब देखो, जो हेमलेट है वो उसे सिंपलिसिटी पसंद है ना। तो किंग क्या करता है, ऑर्डिनरी ड्रेसअप लेता है और हेमलेट के पास में जाता है विदाउट हिज हॉर्स एंड हिज बॉडी गार्ड। ही वेंट अलोन। जो किंग है वो ऑर्डिनरी ड्रेसअप लेता है और बिना अपने बॉडी गार्ड और हॉर्स के पैदल जो है किंग की हेमलेट की तरफ जाता है अकेला। एज द किंग कम नियर द हेमलेट्स हट, he saw the hamlet digging a ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king and continued digging. The hamlet was old and weak. As he worked, he, he breathed heavily. Now, after reaching the hamlet, what the king saw that he was digging, because the hamlet was much old, so he tired. अब देखो, जब वो किंग जो है हेमलेट के पास जाता है तो वो देखता है कि हेमलेट जो है डिगिंग कर रहा है ना। और उसकी जो है काफ़ी ज़्यादा हेमलेट ओल्ड होता है और वीक होता है तो वो थक जाता है करते करते। तो वो क्या है, सांस ले रहा होता है। ही ब्रेथ हैविली, वो हैविली जो है सांसें ले रहा होता है। नाउ द किंग वेंट अप टू द हेमलेट एंड सेड, आई हैव come to you, wise Hamlet, to ask you to answer 3 questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need most? And what affairs are the most important? King put the reason of his visit to the Hamlet. किंग जो है अपना रीज़न बताता है हेमलेट को कि वो यहाँ अपने क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स ढूंढने के लिए आया है आपसे। क्वेश्चंस क्या होते हैं कि मुझे कैसे पता चले कि किसी काम को शुरू करने का सही वक्त अब है, और किन लोगों की मुझे सुननी चाहिए, और कौन सा अफेयर्स है जिसमें मुझे पहले ध्यान देना चाहिए। नाउ द हेमलेट लिसन टू द किंग but did not speak. He went on digging. He was tired. Said the king, let me take a spade and work in your place. Thanks, said the Hamlet, giving the king his spade. Then he sat down on the ground. Now, here the king put his questions, but Hamlet was just listening. He didn't answer. But he was so tired, so king put the proposal of digging, and king that the Hamlet accepted it and give the spade to the king. अब देखो क्या होता है कि हेमलेट जो है वो सिर्फ सुनता है उसके क्वेश्चन, कुछ आंसर नहीं करता। वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा थका थका सा लगता है। तो जो किंग है वो क्या करता है, उसको बोलता है कि लाओ मैं जो है डिगिंग कर दूँ। और वो जो हेमलेट है ऐसे थैंक्स बोलता है और जो स्पेड होता है वो किंग को देता है और खुद जो है ग्राउंड पे बैठ जाता है। When the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The Hamlet gave no answer, but stood up, stretching out his hand for the spade, and said, now you rest, let me work. But the king did not give him the spade and continued digging. अभी देखो, जो किंग है वो थोड़े टाइम के बाद में वापस अपने क्वेश्चंस रखता है कि मैं इन क्वेश्चंस के आंसर जानने के लिए आया हूँ, लेकिन इस बार भी हेमलेट जो है कोई आंसर नहीं करता और खड़ा हो जाता है, अपने हाथों को स्ट्रेच करता है और जो है स्पेड लेने के लिए, और उसे बोलता है कि अब तुम रेस्ट करो और मुझे वर्क करने दो। लेकिन जो किंग होता है वो उसे नहीं देता स्पेड और खुद जो है कंटिन्यू करता है डिगिंग को। 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and said, I come to you, wise man, for the answer of my questions. If you can give me no answer, tell me so. I will return home. Here comes someone running, said the Hamlet. Now the time passes, but the Hamlet was not answering the questions. Here the king got angry and said to the Hamlet that if you are not interested in giving my answers, then tell me, I will go. अब यहाँ पे जो है टाइम निकलता जाता है, सूरज है वो भी ट्रीज के बीच में आ गया, मतलब शाम होने को आ गई है, लेकिन अभी तक जो है हैमलेट ने कोई आंसर नहीं दिया। किंग भी अपने पेशेंस को बनाए रखता है 1 घंटे 2 घंटे, और फाइनली जब शाम हो जाती है तो किंग जो है उसे बोलता है स्पेड को नीचे गिरा के कि मैं यहाँ पे अपने आंसर्स ढूंढने के लिए आया था वाइज मैन, और आपने मेरे अभी तक आंसर्स नहीं दिए। अगर आप मेरे आंसर नहीं दे सकते तो आप मुझे बोल दो कि भाई मैं तुम्हारे आंसर नहीं दे सकता, मैं यहाँ से चला जाऊँगा। हियर कम्स समथिंग रनिंग, सेड द हैमलेट। और हैमलेट उस वक्त क्या बोलता है कि कोई दौड़ता हुआ आ रहा है। Now this much in the first part of our chapter 3 questions. Now in the second part we will read about Hamlet's answer and about the man who is coming by run. अब देखो हम लोग एक पार्ट पढ़ चुके हैं, सेकंड पार्ट में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे कि हैमलेट जो है क्या आंसर देता है, किंग क्या करता है, चला जाता है या वहाँ रुकता है, और वो कौन है जो कि वहाँ से भागता हुआ आ रहा है। We will continue the chapter in next video. Hope to see you there.